Welcome everybody once again here tonight to a Virtual Racing Network. Having some issues that we are checking on. It looks like we're good with YouTube. I'm not sure what is going on there. We're going to keep an eye on that. We may have to make some changes to the YouTube stream. We'll keep an eye on that. We are live, of course, here on the channel with a very short countdown. Only 125 left to go in practice. Again, we're live on the Virtual Racing Network YouTube channel. We are also live on the VRN Facebook page and the Race on Texas Facebook page. Make sure you check out one of those places. Obviously, you're listening in. If you're on the YouTube side of things, let us know how it's going over there. If everything is looking good, bad, what it looks like. Again, we've got some issues going on over there that we're going to have to work on, as we got people on Facebook giving us thumbs up, so good to see over there. Again, 48 seconds left on the clock before we move into qualifying. So the countdown to qualifying is on at the moment. So again, we're seeing that the resolution is not optimal, but again, we will keep an eye on that. And we're like keeping an eye on everything over there. We have 20 seconds left to go. Of course, we tell you grab something to drink, something to snack on, as we're going to go ahead and bring your top bar up onto the screen here for the World of Thunder Racing League. This is championship night. All will be determined, and we'll have a championship here tonight, as we got Brandon Kaufman in chat. Everything looks good on YouTube side. Brandon Kaufman out there checking in with us. Good to have you in there. We love having all of our fans tuning in, whether they're on Facebook or YouTube. But time has expired here for that. So 2 minutes in qualifying as the green flag has officially dropped. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to the drivers that are coming out on to the track. And we're going to zoom in close to them here tonight as we bring up your qualifying bar. It's going to be Brandon Steele in the 05 machine. Again, we have new number plates in place, but we don't have one for the 05. That was not a number we made. We are in the process of making all those. We will have an announcement coming up here in a little bit for all you out there in chat. But Hayden Cardwell here tonight, Trey Smith here as well. We're used to seeing him. Again, we have Alex Staninger here tonight as Mike Jensen going to take to the top. Now it's going to be Brandon Steele. We'll go ahead and bring up your main bar across the top so you can see where everybody is being scored at. Again, a lot of new drivers here that are going to play a factor in tonight's championship night that these guys are not necessarily used to seeing here. So this really could play a factor, as Glenn Reinhardt here tonight in that number 29 Fatheads team machine, another one of the TSR drivers. But what we're talking about there is, again, a lot of drivers that aren't used to being here that we haven't seen, but maybe one time or 0 times. They're coming in here that have been in this league. They're going to play a huge factor in this, and that is going to really kind of throw off the outcome of the championship. We're going to have to keep an eye on the guys. We'll get those point standings here to you when we can. Right now, Brandon's still at the top. David Heileman right now in that number 19 machine. He brings it to a stop. He's going to be 5th fastest. James Grace in the 269 machine. He's going to shut it down as time's going to expire anyway on qualifying. Of course, we do have a new caution sponsor on board here tonight. That is Interstate Synthetics. Make sure you check them out at interstatesynthetics.com, Amsoil dealer. And make sure you check Chris White out over there at Interstate Synthetics as the new caution sponsor here for 2020 on board for VRN. And again, we'll make that announcement a little bit later on tonight as to what is going on what the plans are here, but we are getting ready for heat race number 1. So we're going to drop down to the track with these drivers, as your heat race 1 is going to be the 05 of Brandon Steele and the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. Row 2 is going to be the 292 of Peyton Grease. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Again, we're going to just stumble through a couple leads here tonight. Of course, the 54 of Alex Stoudinger. Row 3 is going to be the 29 of Glenn Reinhardt and the 38 of Travis Oldfield. Row 4 is going to be the 25 of Ray Kahalik. We'll go with that one, Ray K here tonight. And the 13 of Wade Lamar. Again, a lot of new drivers that have not been here before coming in to disrupt this championship night. Row 5 is going to be Tanner Tomasui and Sami C. We'll figure it out. Row 5 on the outside, number 9 is going to be Alan Gates. And there is no row 6, so that will do it. 10 cars, actually 11 cars here. And it looks like Tanner is not going to take the call here tonight. He is going to miss the grid for tonight's race. So that is unfortunate, but he is not going to make it. Well, he will definitely be starting back at the back, because we have a ton of cars here tonight. And to answer the question we have on Facebook to Jason, this is iRacing.com. We are the official partner, sister channel, whatever you want to call it, of Race on Texas. I'm assuming you are over there from the iRacing, or the Race on Texas side of things, trying to figure out, but this is iRacing.com. We're live on the Race on Texas, as obviously I work for them, and they are our sister channel for the real life racing stuff. We occasionally go live on the channel as well. Getting things ready to go, though, here for heat race number 1. And just to give a heads up, there will be 3 heat races here tonight, and I'm rest assured we probably will have a B main, as the yellow flag is out here at the moment. That will change in just a few moments as we're zoomed in on the number 72. Brandon still taking the green flag, and already a little early there, but he gets on the gas pedal, and we are racing here in heat race number 1. 12 laps is the distance here for each heat race. Let's zoom out just a little bit if we could, and you'll see right there, it's going to be Brandon Steele, Peyton Greaves, and Jeffrey Stewart going to be your top 3 drivers. Alex Stoudinger in the 4th place, followed by Travis Oldfield in 5th, rounding out your top 5 drivers. We've got a little battle going on here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Really good battle for 3rd place right now between the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart and the 54 of Alex Stoudinger. A good battle going on here for the 3rd position. We'll see, can 5th place driver Travis Oldfield make it into the top 3. He's going to take it to the inside here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Again, we are here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. So we'll see if he can make it happen here tonight. As that was a little tidbit of information we forgot to hide. That is contact made, and around goes the 54. No caution is going to come out. He keeps it going, and we stay green right now with 9 laps to go. Coming down the backstretch is the number 05 of Brandon Steele, leading this race here at the moment. Doing a good job. Fast lap 18.522. He's running 102 miles an hour up to 125 miles per hour as he goes down through the corner. And he'll go down the backstretch. You see it right there, about 123 miles per hour is what he is doing. These cars are flying around this track here tonight. Of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, depending on who you're tuning in to watch, or if you're just here for some great racing action here on the channel, whether it's on the VRN, Facebook, or YouTube, or the Race on Texas Facebook page. We thank you all for tuning in here tonight. We're just getting started. Glenn Reinhardt currently in the 3rd position. 6 laps to go. 12 laps is the distance. 3 heat races. It looks like we may have a C main as well here with that B main. We'll let you know as that develops based on the car count and how many they do take. Travis Oldfield falling back a little bit, but he's still in 4th place. Just hasn't really been able to get up to the front. He's still there. He hasn't fallen back position-wise, but the gap to the lead, he has fallen back just a little bit. Alex Staudinger has definitely fallen back. He's lost 2 positions since the start of this race, but nothing for that car right there. Let's zoom in on him. That is going to be that 05 of Brandon Steele. Got that new chrome look to that car as he is bucking it around this track here at Knoxville Raceway. Again, the virtual at Knoxville Raceway, that is. And so he is about to make a pass here for a lap car. That's going to be the 25 of Ray K. Colehank, I believe, as I said. We'll get that, and we're going to call him Ray K here for tonight as he makes that pass clean. He comes to get the white flag. Going to be 1 lap to go. White flag going to be in the air this time by for Brandon Steele. As you see right there, we'll zoom out just a little bit to give you a better view of the track. As all he's got to do is hang on. 1 lap to go, presented by Northwest Racing Series. As he is down the backstretch going into turn number 3 and turn number 4. He's just got to keep it clean from here on out. Your Heat Race 1 winner is going to be none other than the 05 of Brandon Steele. That will do it for Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 2 getting ready to come out onto the track. All right, Heat Race number 2 getting ready to come out on to the track. We are going to stumble through your starting grid here for tonight's Heat Race number 2. It's going to be 92 of Lachlan Horton and the 19 of David Heileman. Row 2 is going to be the 18 of Jarrett Bullard and the 22 of Trey Smith. Row 3 is going to be the 27 of Peter Codavara and the 2 of Brent Holloway. Row 4 is going to be the 14 of Harry Turnin and the 57 of Dylan Applegate. Row 5 is going to be the 21 of Robert Fletcher and the 013 of Brent Fair, and that, of course, will do it here for your starting grid on Heat Race number 2. So Brent Fair taking the rear of the field here. Surprisingly enough, we used to see him towards the front. He may have not get a qualifying time in. We'll see. Somebody you always have to watch, though. That is that driver right there, Trey Smith in the number 22 machine. He is definitely a force to be reckoned with, no matter where he goes. David Heileman doing the same thing in the number 19 machine here tonight. We'll see if he does. He always has Napa Auto Parts on board. That number 19 machine, I look to see good things from him here tonight, as we are just moments away from getting the green flag. It'll be Lachlan Horton that's going to be taking that green flag here in Heat Race number 2. As we got Stephen McMillan over on Facebook. Popcorn time. There you go. Grab the popcorn. We always tell you, grab the snack of your choice, because the show is about to start. So turn them cell phones off, unless you want to tweet out to your friends to get out here and watch the race, or in this case, get on their computer and watch the race. It is free of charge. We are set to go racing. Green flag, someone out there goes. Green flag is out. We're racing here for Heat Race number 2 in the World of Thunder Racing League Championship night here on Virtual Racing Network. As they are going to barrel down the backstretch here. It's going to be Horton, Heileman, Bullard, Codvar, and Turn going to be your top 5 drivers. Heileman on the move, trying to get something by on Horton. Horton not having any part of that. He's going to hang on to first here at the moment. We go back to a 3rd and 4th place. Bullard and Codavara. Codavara trying to make something happen in the 27 machine. Again, 12 a lap is a distance here for your heat races. I suspect the C and a B main here tonight. We got a lot of cars here for just this one class. Green flag still out, though. Horton out front in the 92 machine. That is Lachlan Horton in the 92 as he is out front and not looking back, but David Heileman isn't looking back either, but he has fallen back a little bit to the race leader of Horton, so he's got to gather back up and see if he can try to go. He hasn't made any real mistakes. He just hasn't been able to get the speed out of the car he needs that Horton has found on the top side of the track. Bullard, though, going to get by Codevara to take third place away. And they are side by side going into the corner, coming out of the corner, coming to the flag stand. It is going to be Bullard once again in the 18 machine. Codevara still trying to run him down. Fletcher hanging into the 6th position. Not much of a battle going on back here, so we'll go back up to where the battles are going on. That is the battle for 3rd position between Bullard and Codevara. Those two definitely having a really good battle here, and hopefully we don't have connection issues. Looks like it's going to sort itself out. And so we have 7 laps to go as we're going to have, looks like connection issues for Dylan Applegate, and Trey Smith going to be in the pits after getting into the outside wall all by himself. And he will take it to the pits, and it looks like David Heileman going to have issues as well. No caution does come out. We stay racing. Horton still out front. Codevara gets back by Bullard while we're looking to see who's all in the pits. Out of the race, Heileman, Applegate, and Smith. 2 really heavy hitters and 1 that we have not seen before. All in the pits right now. Out of the 10 drivers, 7 still on the track. Codevara looking to get to the front. He's somebody you've got to look out for. But Horton hanging on to the honors here of 1st place as he comes by to get 4 laps to go. 4 to go for your race leader right now. Another one we checked in with. That's the 013 of Brent Fair hanging in there in 6th place. Really hasn't moved up through the field a whole lot here tonight. Have to keep an eye on him as bam, just like that. Issues with the 013 as well of Brent Fair, and he is going to have a smoking car there. So he's going to try to limp that car around to the start-finish line with 3 laps to go. Can he do it, or will it blow? No, he's going to take it to pit road. His night is done here in heat race number 2 anyway. He'll see the C or B main or both later on tonight. Lachlan Horton, though, coming to get the 1 to go here in just a minute. 1 lap to go as he comes out of 3 into turn 4. Coming to the flag stand. Going to be 1 stick in the air. White flags in the air here, presented by Northwest Racing Series for the 92 of Lachlan Horton. He's only got to hang on to that car half a lap more as he comes into turn number 3, out of it into turn number 4, and on the front stretch, your Heat Race 2 winner is going to be the 92 of Lachlan Horton. Heat Race number 3 and your final heat race coming out on to the track in just a few moments. All right, heat race number 3 getting ready to come out on to the track as we'll go ahead and dive down to the track with them. It's a name we have not heard in quite some time, ladies and gentlemen, on pole here for heat race number 1. That is going to be none other than the 1 of Hayden Cardwell. On his outside is going to be the 67 of Miles Jansen. Row 2 is going to be the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Hashtag Sizemore's fault here in heat race number 2. On his outside is going to be the 26 of J.D. Brown. Row 3 is going to be the 269 of James Grace and the 49 of Jeffrey Hedrick. Row 4 is going to be the 24 of Nicholas Books and the 23 of James Edens. Row 5 is going to be the 01 of Robert Tucker and the 12 of Drew Phillips. And that is going to do it here for your starting grid in a heat race number 3 and your final heat race of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are off. Wow, and a good jump there for your race leader, Hayden Cardwell. Pace truck was off the track, not by much, but he was off the track nevertheless. Green flag comes out, and we go racing. Cardwell, followed by Dustin Sizemore up on the high side right now. He's going to get passed by J.D. Brown pretty quickly, but Sizemore in that 11 machine taken to the high side. He may have the position back. No, he gets a little loose and a little slower up on the top side. He's going to have to try to make something happen on the bottom. It looks like that is the passing groove here tonight. We'll see if that is the case. James Grace hanging in to the fourth position right now in that 269 machine as we zoom in just a little bit here. Get a better view of these cars. You can get a real close view of that 269. The patriotic car as we have it here looking good. We the people 269. Absolutely loving that car here tonight. As we go back up, Hayden Cardwell getting that good jump he got, holding on right now. J.D. Brown got by Dustin Sizemore and made quick work of him, but just hasn't been able to catch up. Again, 12 laps the distance. We have 9 laps to go. And so we come to the line one more time, going into turn number 3 and 4 for your race leader, Hayden Cardwell. Again, Hayden Cardwell, someone we haven't heard from in quite some time. He will take it now. 8 laps to go. Back here, so we got a major wreck happening with James Edens going for a violent ride. Jeffrey Hedrick getting involved in that as well. Nowhere to go. And those two get into the outside wall. I don't think they actually touched each other regardless. They will both have contact with the outside wall. Robert Tucker, Drew Phillips, and Miles Jansen out of the race as of right now. They will be playing the alphabet soup here just in a little bit. It looks like Nicholas Book's going to take it to the pits as well. That'll allow Jeffrey Hedrick to gain one position on him here momentarily. So the front of your field right now is Hayden Cardwell, followed by Brown, Sizemore, Grace Edens, and now a Hedrick rounding out your top 6. Those are the only 6 drivers out of the 10 that started on the track here at the moment. Devastating blow for some of these drivers like Miles Jansen, who definitely wanted a good finish here. He still could in the feature if he can make it. There are enough drivers, I think we will send some people packing a little bit earlier than they wanted to go. But Hayden Cardwell coming up on lap cars as he comes up on 4 laps to go here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Again, 4 laps to go for your race leader. That is Hayden Cardwell. He's going to dive it into the corner, riding right up on the berm. Right down on the berm, I guess you could say here. Just doing an outstanding run. There's second place. He has reeled him in a little bit. J.D. Brown has managed to reel in Hayden Cardwell just a little bit, but it's still a 2-second gap between those two. Not a whole lot going to be done. Hayden Cardwell got the good jump on the start, and he has just checked out from this field here tonight, and nobody has anything for him as he is ripping the lip up on the high side. This is a very tough track to do that to, as well as you can get into that guardrail very quickly. But right now we have 2 laps to go. Going to be 1 to go this time by as he comes through the flag stand. 1 lap to go. Presented by Northwest Racing Series as the white flag does wave. Hayden Cardwell looking to pick up his next win, and that, of course, just the heat race win. But a win is a win, as he is going to be your heat race winner as he comes to the line right there. Your heat race 3 winner is going to be the one of Hayden Cardwell. That'll do it for heat racing action here tonight. Again, 3 heat races. And looks like we probably will have a C and a B main. We'll let you know here in just a moment. We go back to racing action. All right, the first time here this season, and it is championship night here for the World of Thunder Racing League 360 Series, non-wing 360 Series. We are going to the C main, boys. This is the first time this season it has happened here on the Virtual Racing Network channel. We're going to see your starting grid here for tonight's race. On row one is going to be the 38 of Travis Oldfield and the 269 of James Grace. Row 2 is going to be the 2 of Brent Holloway and the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. Row 3 is going to be the 49 of Jeffrey Hedrick and the 013 of Brett Fair. Row 4 is going to be the 25 of Ray Kay and the 01 of Robert Tucker. Row 5 is going to be the 57 of Dylan Applegate and the 67 of Miles Jansen. And that is going to do it for your starting grid here tonight for your C main event. We'll move some of these guys on to the B main, rack them and stack them and do them again. And then we'll move on to your A main 30-lap feature event. Here tonight, it has been some great racing, the best racing we've seen all season here for the season finale. Again, big shout out to our new sponsor coming on board, Interstate Synthetics. Make sure you check them out at interstatesynthetics.com, your authorized AMSOIL dealer. Again, coming on board here for 2020, Travis Oldfield set to take this thing in that number 38 machine, but he's got tough company beside him. And that 269 of James Grace, that's going to be starting outside. Whoever gets the best start here is really going to have an advantage here in the race. We'll see who it's going to be. Let us know in chat, social media, who you're here cheering for tonight. We definitely want to know if you're here cheering for a certain driver or just here for some great racing. Again, iRacing. This is virtual racing, real drivers, but virtual racing. It's virtual racing growing every day here in the esports world. Some of the biggest purses, bigger purses than even real tracks have. We'll definitely be seeing esports grow. We got contact being made back in the back here. They keep it going in the right directions. They're going to be 3 wide right now between Ray Kay, Jansen, and Applegate. But they sort it out, and we keep going as we get Cody Slodiker, one of the VRN drivers here on iRacing, tuning in to a Facebook chat as well. Definitely a big shout out to him for tuning in. Again, if you're on social media, let us know. We'll shout you out if we can. As Travis Oldfield out front leading in the number 38 machine, doing a fantastic job as he is just ahead of James Grace. James Grace in that 269 trying to do everything in his power to get to the front, and he is just right there, 0.85 seconds off of doing it, but just can't quite reel him in here. As Brent Fair has fared fairly well in this race. Didn't do so good as a heat race, but he's hanging in the third place right now, looking to advance to the B main to go a little further back. You have Ray Kay, Jansen, and Hedrick battling right now. That is currently for 4th, 5th, and 6th position on the track. And there goes the 67 of Miles Jansen. He's going to be side by side with the 25. And that is Ray Kay in that 25 machine. And he's going to get by him and make quick work. But now another little battle starting to brew between the 25 and the 49 of Ray Kay and Hedrick. Hedrick not able to stay ahead of him as Travis Oldfield leading this field with 7 laps to go here in the C main. Of course, then we will have the B main followed by your 30-lap A main event. We'll see how many laps your B main is. 12 laps here for the C main. It's going to either be 12, possibly 15 laps for the B main. We'll let you know as soon as we can. James Grace still hanging in there. That gap has actually grown to 0.916. Unfortunately, not quite the way he's wanting it to go. James Grace still trying to run down the race. Leader of Travis Oldfield with 6 laps to go. Make it 5 laps to go here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa. Brent Fair having a decent race here, has fallen back to the leader though, but Miles Jansen may have something for him in that 67 machine, as Jansen and Fair are going to be getting together possibly here in the next lap or two if he can catch him. We'll see Not a whole lot going on here in the C main. Your race leader still is the 38 of Oldfield. James Grace, though, has caught him from .9 to .699. And they're getting word there. We didn't know what the format was. So getting word from race control that C main is actually B main run. So or B main 1. So they are running this more like the Chili Bowl style, where there are 2 B mains instead of a C main than a B main. So 2 B mains is how it's going to be. Right now you're watching the race leader being run down by James Grace. He has cut that lead from .9 to .2. Something going wrong with the 38 of Oldfield. Oldfield into the outside wall all by himself. And I'm not too sure if maybe the 38 of Travis Oldfield, maybe running out of fuel. Something happening there as he's still under full power. And I'm not sure. Definitely something went wrong. Maybe a steering or a gas pedal issue there for a minute on Travis Oldfield. But it's not going to matter. Your winner of the B Main 1 here is going to be James Grace, pulling out of nowhere. So again, something happening with Travis Oldfield as he goes as a 1 second lead. To end up losing the lead there in the last 2 laps. So something going haywire with Travis Oldfield in the 38 machine as we are here for the B main number 2. Anything is possible, as you saw just right there. You never know what is going to happen. Keep digging and slinging dirt, as you never know where you'll end up when it's all said and done. Getting a heat race B main number 2 coming out on to the track as we will dive down to the drivers and pull up your grid for B main number 2. Row 1 is going to be the 21 of Robert Fletcher and the 54 of Alex Stouninger. Row 2 is going to be the 23 of James Edens and the 18 of Jared Bullard. Row 3 is going to be the 9 of Alan Gates and the 24 of Nicholas Books. Row 4 is going to be the 19 of David Heileman and the 13 of Wade Lamar. A heavy-hitting row here in row 4 in the B main number 2. Row 5 is going to be the 12 of Drew Phillips and the 22 of Trey Smith. Hard to see him back in B main here on row 5. And it looks like Tanner, of course, in the 09, not going to make the call here once again. So he is done here for the night. He will not be advancing to the A main. It's your B main number 2, getting ready with Robert Fletcher and Alex Stouninger. And on row 1, James Eden and Jared Bullard going to be right behind him on row 2. Pace truck will dive off this next time by, and we're going to go racing. All right, pace lights are off. Pace truck dives off of the track, and it's going to be that number 21 Hoosier car that gets the green flag first, and a decent jump. I won't say it was good. It's going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Who is going to come out on top right now? It's still showing Robert Fletcher out front, and it's going to be James Eden in that number 23 machine, and 52 showing on the car, 23 for scoring. He is your race leader as he'll officially lead 1 lap, 12 laps to go. Well, now 11 to go here in B main number 2, as it is 2 dual B mains here tonight. David Heidelman has jumped up to second place. Trey Smith there as well. Those guys starting from the back, row 5 of the B main here, and they have already worked their way up to the second and third position. They're going to be battling for each other, and somebody I thought went for a little ride, and they did. One upside down, can't get it back on his wheels. That is going to be Robert Fletcher, your pole sitter and a former leader of this race. Upside down he goes all by himself. No caution. He gets clear of the racing surface as we stay green here. I wouldn't say clean and green, but we've been green regardless of that. As right now, Trey Smith is out front in the number 22 machine. David Heileman behind him, followed by James Eden, Wade Lamar, and Alex Stouniger. A stout top 5 right now. And so we have now 8 laps to go here in your second B main of the night. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We thank you all for watching the racing, as we got quite a bit more. We still have your 30-lap A main event, and of course the salute to the fans. And we'll be making an announcement during that salute to the fans here in the very near future. Big news coming. Trey Smith, though, out front leading this race with 7 laps to go. Definitely, admins have done an amazing job here, and the car count definitely shows that, as these guys out here putting on a terrific show for you here tonight. 6 laps to go. David Heileman trying to get by your race leader, Trey Smith. Trey Smith, of course, a real-life Texas racer here that sometimes makes his way up to the local track where I am as well. Definitely glad to see him when he does. James Edens, though, look at James Eden running down David Heileman. The battle for second position is on here at the moment. Again, that is a good battle between Heileman and Edens, as Eden's getting a little wiggly there, but he's going to dive it down to the inside. Lap cars coming into the picture. That's the 9 of Alan Gates coming into the picture. Now he's back here with the 52 of Edens and the 19. It looks like the lap car is going to, for one, get into the wall. Upside down he goes, and he's going to just keep getting clipped over and over again, but it's virtual, so no damage to the actual driver. So we keep it going. He is clear. Of course, cautions will be on in the feature, but not here in the B mains, as Eden's going to take full advantage of Gates' little incident there on the track. He'll take second place, and he's going to run down the leader here with 2 laps to go. Smith in trouble, as he has James Edens running him down very quickly. That gap separated by 0.316 seconds at the time, so not a whole lot. 0.3 of a second separating first and second right now. Smith down on the bottom. Here comes Edens up the high side. Edens will lead that lap, as he does lead his first lap, or sorry, not the first lap. He has led 4, but first lap in a long time anyway, as he is going to be running the high side. Smith running the bottom. Smith's got to come up with something. He's going to slide up into the line where Edens is running, and that may do it as we come, and he's got him. Your second B main winner is going to be Trey Smith, picking up the B main 2 win, barely off of James Edens. Trey Smith doing a fantastic job. So they're going to get into each other after the race is over. What a battle to the end. We're going to move on to a quick warm-up, and then, of course, your A main event coming up here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here in just about 3 minutes with your 30-lap A main event. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to unleash the craziness here on the virtual Knoxville Raceway as we have 23 drivers for tonight's race. Let's go ahead and get down to the starting grid for tonight's A main event. On row one, going to be the 05 of Brandon Steele. On his outside, it's going to be the 92 of Lachlan Horton. Row 2 is going to be the 1 of Hayden Cardwell and the 292 of Peyton Greaves. Row 3 is going to be the 27 of Peter Codavara and the 26 of J.D. Brown. Row 4 is going to be the 29 of Glenn Reinhardt and the 14 of Harry Turnen. Row 5 is going to be hashtag Sizemore's fault, Dustin Sizemore in the 11. And, of course, the 269 of James Grace. Row 6 is going to be the 22 of Trey Smith and the 38 of Travis Oldfield. Then row 7 is going to be the 23 of James Eden and the 67 of Miles Jensen. And row 8 is going to be 19 of David Heileman and the 013 of Brett Fair. Row 9 is going to be the 13 of Wade Lamar and the 25 of Ray Kay here tonight. Row 10 is going to be the 54 of Alex Staniger and the 49 of Jeffrey Hedrick. And rounding out the field here tonight in row number 11 is going to be the 24 Nicholas Books and the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. And again, one more row. That is going to be the 18 of Jared Bullard. Going to be rounding out your field here tonight. 12 rows, 23 drivers as they are getting ready to get things going here tonight. Just a huge amount of drivers here for your A main event. 23, the biggest we've had. We actually, I think, sent people home here tonight. It's going to be a good one come green flag time. Of course, we still have to give a shout out to the fans. And we put 30 laps. That's what we thought it was going to be. It is actually a 50-lap race here for the season finale. We were thinking it was 30, but you're going to get 20 extra laps of racing here tonight. As they're going to get things a little shaken up here. We're going to go to the front with Lachlan Horton as these guys are about ready to give the salute to the fans. So we'll go ahead and just go quiet on the mic here as these guys go 3 wide here for you for a salute for the fans. All right, there you have it, folks. A 4 wide salute. I said 3, but it's actually a 4 wide salute to the fans here tonight. They love doing it for the fans here. Of course, we want to once again thank everybody for tuning in here tonight as we have some great racing. We have not even been live an hour, and we are getting ready to start here. And not sure what's going on with the lap counter. There we go. Now it's showing the laps. We may have an issue with the lap counter we need to address here for the overlays. But rest assured, the distance for tonight's race is 50 laps. 5 of those, of course, here for the salute to the fans, as we'll be getting ready to go racing here momentarily. Again, 50 laps the distance for tonight's race. Horton and Steele going to be on row 1 here for the A main event, as they are coming by the flag stand. They will take the green flag next time by. We are set. Here's the flag stand way down going into turn number 1. Again, the green flag going to be coming out next time by. 1 to go here for the start of this race. You're watching the World of Thunder Racing League here live on the Virtual Racing Network. And we said we had an announcement to do. And we, of course, will announce it here at the end of the race. As we made a sneak peek at it a little bit earlier ago. We didn't need to do that quite yet, but regardless of that, the green flag is set to come out, and we're going to go racing. There it is, the green flag's out, and we are racing for the actual first time here tonight. And we'll see, and I believe the caution actually is out. Something happened here. I don't think it was intended to happen. Nobody is off pace, but the caution did come out. That will cut into the racing action here tonight, unfortunately, as Brandon's still going to be scored as the race leader. So, again, not sure quite what happened, but everyone is on pace. No damage to any of the cars back in the back here, and nobody is off pace. So, I think it may have been a premature trigger for the caution. But now that we have the yellow out officially, we will mention our sponsor. Once again, make sure you check them out. Interstate Synthetics, your official AMSOIL dealer. You can check them out at interstatesynthetics.com. Your official 2020 caution sponsor here for Virtual Racing Network. We'll see. It looks like we're going to take a lap or two around this, possibly single file for the restart. The lights are still on the pace truck, so we are not ready to go racing just yet. We could still see the double file restart. We'll just have to wait and see. The lights, will they go out this time? Let's go on board with your race leader here and see. Brought to you by Northwest Racing Series. The lights are off this time, so we are set to go racing. Again, the lights are off on the pace truck. I don't see anyone on the outside. Let's take a quick look there, and there is somebody on the outside. So we are double filing up to go racing this next time by. There it is. Green flag is back in the air, and we are racing once again. And it's going to be a good battle up front, I'm sure, as Horton right now holding off Steele. Steele going to be trying to make a move quickly and get out front in case there are a few cautions and the laps get eaten away. He wants to be out front when those laps do get eaten away. And just like that, the caution is going to come out. And it's going to be for Ray K in the number 25 machine. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened, as this was right on the restart, as the caution came out quickly here for the 25. And there you see it right there, slow motion. A lot of cars going upside down for a wild ride here, as the 25 goes for a couple of barrel rolls in the air. And I'm not sure who that is back there with them, but a few cars getting into it. It looks like the 49, I believe that is going to get involved as well. We'll go back to live here. Lachlan Horton still out front leading this race. If we have spent a little bit more under caution tonight than we have under green flag racing conditions. as the lights should be going off soon. Let's pull up your caution information here for tonight as we get set to go racing one more time. Caution information for Knoxville Raceway here tonight. 2 cautions for 6 laps, 4 different lead changes. Again, your Interstate Synthetics caution information here tonight. Not as many cautions as you would think. Of course, we still have a huge amount of racing left to go here tonight. 44 laps still left to race here tonight, so we do not want to see any more cautions. And it looks like race control has said single file restart, as that's how it's going to be here, at least for this restart. Green flag back out once again, as it's going to be Horton, Cardwell, Steele, Grease, and Brown. Your top 5, Codavara looking on the outside, trying to make something happen. Not quite there. And he is on the inside of that 14 machine. That is J.D. Brown in the number 14. As we're scoring is 26, but 14 on the car. And he's going to hold off Codavara. And it looks like we're going to have lap cars already coming into the picture here. No, that's not a lap car. My bad. That is going to be Brandon Steele passing Lachlan Horton. Horton going to get past quite quickly there. Hayden Cardwell going back, and we got one slow on the track. That is going to be Brett Fair as he's getting up to speed. It looks like he's going to come out of the pits. Hayden Cardwell, though, going the wrong direction right now, as he is going to stay in there. Now he's going to try to get the lead back. So battles going on everywhere right now as the battle for lead. Hayden Cardwell manages to get back the lead from Brandon Steele and Lachlan Horton. As, again, just a tremendous battle going on here for the front. It's going to be Steele to the high side. Hayden Cardwell to the bottom. Steele's going to have the lead. Now it's going to go to Hayden Cardwell. And we'll see. Steele hanging on to the lead at the line as he runs the high side. Hayden Cardwell running the bottom side. Lachlan Horton running up on the high side as well in the 92. Peyton Grease currently hanging on in that number 292 machine. It's a little dusty up on the high side of this track right now. So he's going to try to make something happen there. Go a little further back in this field. Look at this field going on. We got Smith, Heileman, Oldfield, Turnin, Reinhardt, Grace, Sizemore, Lamar, all these guys beating and banging as the caution comes out once again. And this time it's going to be for Miles Jansen. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened to that number 67 machine. And was there contact with anybody else, or was it a self-inflicted wound here as gets into the outside wall? Slow-mo as goes end over end, and that's going to leave some serious damage to the front axles. He barrel rolls it there a couple, 2, 3, maybe even 4 times before it comes to a complete stop. It looks like the 24 narrowly misses him as we'll go back to live. Brandon Steele still out front here tonight in that 05 machine as Hayden Cardwell going to be trying to run him down. So we'll go on board with Hayden Cardwell. Caution is out for the 3rd time here tonight. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight, whether you're on YouTube for VRN, the VRN Facebook page, or the Race on Texas Facebook page. We hope you all are tuning in, having a fantastic night of racing here, and hopefully you get to attend a real track here in the near future. I know I'll be out at Monarch Motor Speedway this Friday night for the touring series here in Texas. Going to be some great racing there. Looking forward to being back behind the camera filming for that event Shannon Calton out there at Monarch, a great guy. As we're going to go off aboard a pace truck, technically, will be diving off this time. And we're set to go racing. Green flag is out. And we are racing one more time here for the World of Thunder Racing League, the 360 Series season finale, championship night. And they are racing like it as well. Beaton and Vegas are going to go 4 wide. Hayden Cardwell getting the worst into that deal, as he's going to have to bobble it there just a little bit. And they are literally 4 and 5 wide at some points in this race. And look at them go. Everybody scattering like little work ants here, trying to get to the front. And it is all but over, anything but over right now, as these guys are not anywhere near done. Hayden Cardwell almost getting into the 14 of J.D. Brown. He does a little bit, but he keeps it going and stays off of him. What a battle up front, but the caution's going to come out for Glenn Reinhardt in the back. Upside down he goes. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to that 29 machine, as he was running right in the middle of a 3 wide battle, and something went wrong here for that 29 machine. And what is it going to be? Oh, still beating and banging the 72, getting a good piece of him. And right there you see it going upside down in slow-mo here tonight, as he takes a wild ride, ends up flipping it a few times, and then will go into the pits, and looks like he will have quite a bit of damage. And right there, narrowly getting hit or missed by the 24, as he is going to go into the pits. Again, his night is done. Brandon Steele, your race leader here. He's led 13 laps out of the 24 completed. We still have 31 laps of racing left to go here in tonight's main event for the season finale, before this one can be called done. So definitely going to be interesting to see how it all plays out for everybody involved. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going racing here. It's going to be 29 laps to go when we take the green. This time by pace truck. Again, diving off. We're going to double file them up. It's going to be Steele, Edens, Grease, Brown, Cardwell, and Heileman. Going to be your top 6 drivers here on the restart. Anybody's guess as to who's going to get the win. And we thank everybody for tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. As the green flag comes back out, we are racing one more time here. And whoo, looks like the 92 put a stamp on it and sent it right on in there. And I don't think it stuck very well, as the caution is going to come out, but not for the 92. It's going to be for the 14 of Harriet Turnman. Let's go back and take a look here. We'll look at it in slow-mo. If we have a good wreck here, we'll find out. As that number 14, Skull Bandits machine, going for a ride here to bring out caution, I believe, number 5 here tonight. And right there you see contact being made into the outside wall, and it comes back down, barrels and missing the whole front of the car. After that's said and done, as he is going to bounce it around a couple of times before it comes to a halt upside down on the track in turn number 1, as that will end his night, I'm sure, as we are just knocking drivers out of the race at this time. Currently out of the race is going to be Harry Turnin, followed by Brett Fair, Glenn Reinhardt, Alex Staudinger, Miles Jansen, and Ray Kay are out of this race into the pits. And I stand corrected, Brett Fair is back out on the track now, so is Glenn Reinhardt. Both of them going to be taking it to the back of the field, multiple laps down here at the moment. But the rest of the drivers we mentioned are indeed out of this race as of right now. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We want to remind you, of course, that coming up next will be the post-race show from Knoxville Raceway. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Again, coming up next, your post-race show here from Knoxville Raceway on iRacing. We'll be talking to the top 3 drivers after the race here in about 10 or so minutes. We'll get rid of that as we're about to take the green flag one more time. And there it is. Green flag is out, and it is going to be Brandon Steele, James Eden Cardwell, Highland, and Horton going to be your top 5 here on the restart. We'll see if we can turn a couple of laps here before that yellow flag gets issued once again, as it's going to be Steele and Eden's battling for the lead. Right now, Eden's has it. And coming to the line, who's it going to be? It's going to be Steele. Hayden Cardwell that has it. Cardwell stuck out of nowhere to get that, but Hayden Cardwell into the outside wall. That is going to cost him several positions. He's going to drop to a 4th from first. He's going to get passed by Eden Steele and Heileman coming into the picture in that Napa and Auto Parts Know-How number 19 machine. As again, coming out of nowhere, Heileman has snuck to the front here, and he's going to do a good job. Here comes Hayden Cardwell putting the slide job on Heileman. Heileman having to check up just a little bit to let him by. Eden's out front. He gets by Steele. So good battles going on. This is your best battle. The moment the caution's going to come out one more time, and this time it's going to be for the 92 of Lachlan Horton. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to him. What happened to one of your front runners here tonight at one point, and now upside down, or sorry, backwards. I guess technically not upside down. We'll see if he went upside down at any time during this incident. And yes, he does. Goes for a violent ride in the corner, and he will bounce end over end several times and come down to a rough landing, as those wheels still spinning. Is right. Oh, wow. The 38 barely misses him. Dustin Sizemore barely missing him as well. To caution is out once again, as we'll go pull you up. Your Interstate Synthetics Amsoil dealer. Caution information, 6 cautions for 15 laps here tonight. 34 laps completed. We have 21 laps to go. Going to be about 19 to go when we take the green flag next time. We'll see. Lights are still on, so yeah, about 19 laps to go when we take the green. James Eden's out front leading this race. He's only led 5 laps. But again, it doesn't matter how many you lead. It matters which one you lead. And they're all banking on leading that last lap and getting the win here tonight for the season finale of the World of Thunder Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series. Pace car dives off. Green flag in the air. We are racing 19 laps to go here in your A main event. Edens, Steele, Cardwell, Heileman, and Grease going to be your top 5 drivers. Heileman going to get by Cardwell. Cardwell back by him on the next corner. We'll see. Those two have been battling for quite some time. Now it's going to be Heileman and Steele putting on a battle. Here comes Cardwell on the bottom. Which lane is going to work? Is it going to be the top, the bottom, or would it be the middle where Heileman's running? Heileman's going to slide up. Oh, and we got Steele into the outside wall. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look as we can catch him. He is dropping quickly here. That is going to be Brandon Steele. Let's go back and take a look as we'll see here in just a second. He gets into the outside wall all by himself, and he was heavy under pressure, but the contact that was made to the wall was by himself. And right in here, just gets it up over that cushion and into the outside wall and hammers it hard, getting into the 19 of Heileman almost, as he will lose the front end of that car as we'll go back to live. He still may be in this thing. We'll see how much damage that's going to cause him, as he will be back about 13th position when it's all said and done. We'll see. He may end up falling another position or two, possibly 3, down to about 16th. Again, we'll find that out here in a moment. But James Edens, your race leader, here under caution once again for the 7th time with 16 laps to go. Going to be about 14 or 13 laps to go when we take the green here, hopefully for the final time tonight. And we want to remind everybody, if you are in the North Texas area and you want to attend some great racing, head on out to Monarch Motor Speedway in Wichita Falls, Texas for some great racing. Got a touring series coming in with Kenny Wallace going to be attending that race, as well as some other great racing going on there. Other than just that series. So about 5 classes of racing going on at Monarch Motor Speedway this Friday night. Racing starts at 7:30 p.m. Of course, make sure you check out their website. It is mmsdirt.com, or you can check them out on Facebook. Just type in Monarch Motor Speedway. Regardless of that, green flag is out. We're racing one more time, as it's going to be Edens, Heilemann, Cardwell, Brown, and Smith working his way up to the top 5 now. He had fallen back just a little bit, but he has worked his way up. Now he's going to fall back to 6th place, as we got major battling going on back here for about 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all the way back really to 7th. As I know we got a Trey Smith fan out there tuning in. A big fan of him ourselves. Here's we know he is a real-life racer, and somebody stuck into the wall. And that is where that guardrail can do it. If you get over that cushion a little bit, it'll suck you into it. I'm not sure who that is. I believe that is the 292. It is Peyton Grease. He's going to be in the wall. We got a caution out once again. And this time it is going to be for Brandon Steele once again for the 2nd time in a row. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Is he this time going end over end? End over end, barrel rolling it. We'll see if he went in the over end, but he definitely barrel rolled it. And we'll imagine that the damage he had from the last caution causing problems. It does, as you see now. He is going to shoot some sparks, dust flying. Nobody can really see where he's at right there, and he is going to go for a ride as Dustin Sizemore just about gets under him. He may have hit him, and right there he gets clobbered again. By the 24. Seems like the 24 is always in the wrong place at the right time, as that is going to do it for that car, I'm sure, as Brandon Steele in the pits here. Unfortunately, going to be potentially out of this race. Glenn Reinhardt back on the track, and then we're 29.5 laps down, though. All right, 10 laps to go. We'll be at 9 to go when we take the green. As of right now, I do believe green-white checkers are on. We had the caution laps not counting, but due to some issue, iRacing had to pull that as a feature. So, unfortunately, caution laps do count. We hope to get that back here shortly. But they're going to double file up, and they're going to take the green flag. As we have 9 laps to go, we'll see if green-white checkers are in place. I would imagine they would be for at least 2 attempts. As Edens, Cardwell, Heilemann, Brown, and Smith going to be your top 5. Heilemann taking to the bottom side, going to try to make something work here on Edens. Doesn't work. Here comes the 7 of Cardwell. Cardwell trying to take 2nd place away from Heilemann, and he'll do it successfully as he dives down to the bottom. Edens running that bottom side as well. Cardwell slides all the way up to the top side, and he is going to really rip the lip there right on the edge of the track. Edens running the high side. So is Cardwell and Heilemann. Everybody running the high side right now. until you get a little further back here. That is J.D. Brown in the 26 machine. He is not quite running. He is running all the way on the bottom. Trey Smith in the 22. He's ripping the lip up on the top side as well. We'll see who comes out on top here tonight. As everybody in the top, I'd say top 3 to top 5, basically running the high side here at the virtual Knoxville. That's not quite working there for the 19 of Highlandese. He tries to get back by Cardwell. Cardwell still hanging on. It looks like James Eden's having a little bit of issue there. He takes it down to the bottom, but he regroups and brings it back one more time. As we'll see, that is going to close the gap big time. 0.483, almost 5 seconds, or 0.5 of a second behind your race leader is Hayden Cardwell and David Heileman. Heileman trying to make something happen there on Cardwell. Cardwell just really wants to get up to James Eden and make a bid for the lead as they're 0.350 seconds behind Cardwell, closing that gap to the leader. And he may do it as it looks like he's going to maybe get sucked into the wall just a little bit, but he keeps it going as he's going to go all the way. He is going to take every inch of this track, and it's going to work. He's 0.133 seconds. He's going to slide up in front of Eden's. Eden's not having any of that crossover move. Coming back here with 4 laps to go. Eden's down in the bottom. Cardwell up on the top side of this track. Somebody's going to walk away with the hardware here tonight as they're both running the high side. Maybe a little contact is going to be made here if possible. We'll see if that's needed here. You can bump them a little bit, but you just don't want to wreck them as they are coming up on 2 laps to go. Eden's followed by Cardwell and Heileman, your top 3 right now here as they run. Eden's has pulled out a 0.299 second lead. Cardwell going to get into the outside wall, and that is probably going to do it with now 2 laps to go. Coming up on 1 to go. White flag going to be coming out, and I think right there Cardwell just sealed his own fate as Eden's is going to hang on here. 1 lap to go, less than a lap to go. White flag is in the air for the 52 of Eden's. So Eden's coming up to get the checkered flag this time by. He will do it. There it is. Checkered flag is waving. And your A main event winner is going to be 52-23, whatever you want to call him. It's James Eden's taking home the hardware here for tonight's A main event. He is your A main race winner. We'll be talking to him as well as David Heileman and Hayden Cardwell here in the post-race show coming up in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The show. By far some of the best driving and best racing you guys will ever be a part of. And for you new guys, after it's over, you'll see what I'm talking about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here. Unfortunately, we don't have any of our top three drivers with us to talk to them. And as I say that, we have James Eden's our race winner, so we'll grab him real quick. Give us just a moment. We'll pull him down. And James Eden's, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we got the winner. That's the most important one, right? We got you here, and first and foremost, as always, congrats on the win. And talk a little bit about a hard-fought win. How tough was it out there? Because you had won a heck of a battle between yourself, Hayden Cardwell, David Halliman, and Trey Smith there for a while.
Yeah. For sure. The track was very, very slick and very technical, so we had to be careful when we really got to race in there. Cardwell threw a couple sliders at me, and I know one at the time he got in the wall, so that let us just get back by pretty easily, and then we started I think 13th there, and it was definitely challenging coming through the field. You had to watch out for those guys making their mistakes. That's one of the slickest tracks I think I've ever been on, and these cars are definitely probably the hardest on the slick. So I was just kind of glad that we survived 50 laps around there. Really.
Well, definitely, it was a tough track. Obviously, the season finale here uh, for this series. Some more stuff will be announced here in the future as to what's to come. But anytime you come here, there's usually a good amount of drivers here in this series. Obviously, a huge amount of cars here tonight itself. You know, we want to talk a little bit because we know we're going to some real life racers out there as well. To the people that are out there from the real life side that haven't been on iRacing, how tough is this track compared to if you have a race of 10 drivers versus a race versus 30 drivers on the track? How much more worn out and just destroyed does this track get?
A lot. I mean, it's just it's like anything. Your weekly Saturday night show out there. If you have a low car count, the track normally stays pretty good. Where you get a high car count, you're gonna be running around in the ice rink. And yeah, I know we were here last week, and I think there was 22, maybe 24 cars, just enough for a full field, and it was really good at Kokomo. And then this week we showed up, and there was 30 plus, I think. Two B mains, two full B mains there, and they didn't do any work to the track, so it was definitely it's definitely slick and slow out there for sure. I think we were about 4 or 5 seconds off of what we were running in hot laps. So you just with a big slowdown like that, you just gotta you gotta slow up your pace and not get too throttle happy and keep the car under you for sure.
Well, the ice rink came out. You put your skates on and skated into victory lane here tonight. You get to meet the trophy girls here at Knoxville. You get that chicken dinner. Obviously, we don't want to keep you too long. Going on midnight here, Central Time. I'm not sure where you're at, but of course, it is a weekday and a work day. So we know you got some sponsors. Shout outs you got to give. So who would those be here before we let you go?
Oh yeah, I just gotta thank all the Speed Lab guys. All the sponsors over there: Bell Helmets, K1 Race Gear. South Bay Partners, and then just all the guys that put this on for us to come have some fun. There's definitely not a lot of non-wing leagues, so it's always fun to come out and run one every now and then.
Oh, definitely is. We'll let you know what's going on. Of course, a lot of people are wondering what that big announcement was. Again, barring nothing changes, everything looks to be in place now. This will be the last World of Thunder race on this channel. So make sure you check Facebook page as VRN in conjunction with Race on Texas 52 Media. We have purchased LSR TV. We'll be purchasing that tomorrow morning. We will finally seal the deal for the payment and all that. So make sure you check out Facebook for all the latest news and figure out where all the latest races are going to happen. We'll be putting out a full press release in the morning. Stay tuned for that. And of course, as always, stay safe, and we'll see you Sunday night for the Adrenaline iRacing League.